The basketball is a team of sport in which two teams, most commonly of 5 players each, opposing one another on a rectangular court. Players advance the ball by bouncing it while walking or running, dribbling, or by passing into the teammate, both of which rookie constable skill. Informally, players may play 3-on-3, 2-on-2, and 1-on-1. Invented in 1991 by Canadian-American by teacher James Naismith in Springfield, Massachusetts, in United States. Basketball has evolved to become one of the world's most popular and widely viewed sports. The National Basketball Association (NBA) is the most significant professional league in the world in terms of popularity, salaries, talents, and level of competition. Niagara Falls is the collective name for three waterfalls that straddle the international border between the Canadian province of Ontario and the American state of New York. Located on the Niagara River, which drains Lake Erie into Lake Ontario, the combined falls from the highest flow rate of any waterfall in North America that has a vertical drop of more than 15 meters, is famed both for its beauty and as a valuable source of hydroelectric power. Balancing recreational, commercial, and industrial uses has been a challenge for the steward of the falls since the 19th centuries. Martin Luther King was an American Baptist minister and activist. He also helped organize the 1963 March on Washington. He delivered his famous "I Have a Dream" speech. He was an affluent activist for the civil rights of the U.S., for peace and against poverty. He won the Nobel Peace Prize for combating racial inequalities through nonviolent resistance. He died by assassination in 1968. His leadership was fundamental to that movement's success in ending the legal segregation of African Americans in the South and other parts of the U.S.
So now we're going to talk about a contemporary celebrity, which is to talk about Beyoncé. Her name is Beyoncé Giselle Knowles, and she has some nicknames like Queen Bee, Bee, Honeybee, and Bee or Beyoncé. She is born the 4th of September 1981, so she also has 37 years. And she is born at Houston in Texas in the United States. Beyoncé is an American author, composer, singer, and actress. And she has different kind of music like R&B, hip-hop, pop, soul, and trap. At her beginning, she sang in a group called Destiny's Child, in which she was the leader. She began her career in 1997 with her group Destiny Child. After that, she decided to start a solo career. She made 7 albums. Beyoncé is also married with Jay-Z since 2012. They have 3 children, Blue Ivy and twins, who are Sir and Rumi. And Beyoncé also created a clothing line with her mom, and they called this line House of Deron. Beyoncé is a really famous singer all around the world. She also has 127 million of followers on Instagram, which is really a lot. Spangled Banner. It's the national anthem of the United States. The lyrics come from the defense of Fort McHenry. It was a poem which was written on September 14, 1814, by Francis Scott Key, who is a lawyer and an amateur poet. This poem was written after the bombardment of Fort McHenry by the British ships of the Royal Navy in Baltimore Harbor during the Battle of Baltimore in the War of 1812. This poet was set to the tune of a popular British song written by John Stafford Smith for the Anachronistic Society. This poem was adopted the 1st of March 1931 and became the national anthem of the United States. But before 1931, other songs served at the end of the United States official song like Hail Columbia, My Country, 'Tis of Thee, God Save the Queen, or America is Beautiful. So now we're going to talk about one stereotype about the United States of America. So we just talk about food. So the stereotype that we choose is I eat all the time at McDonald's or all the fast foods, and I'm in excess weight or obese. Like we said before when we talk about the fast foods, which is the national dish, is that there is an increase of obesity in the United States of America with all the health problems. There's too much junk food, and almost with child and teenagers who eats a lot of that. In 2010, the percent of adults in obesity was of 35.7%. So it was almost like 78 million of people. And for child and teenagers, it was a percent of 16.9%, which corresponds almost at 12.5 million of child. For populations of 308 million of people. It's true that all of the big chains of fast foods come from the United States, but it's not because there are some McDonald's, Taco Bell, Burger King, or other fast food on each street that Americans eat junk food like all day. They also eat in their houses too, and they cook like some kind of healthy foods. And it's normal that the percent of obesity is more high in the United States than in France, because there's a population more elevated in the United States than in France.
Some 58 hamburgers about every second, or approximately 3,500 hamburgers per minute, 210,000 per hour, 5 million per day, and 2 billion per year. First, let's talk about the Empire State Building. The Empire State Building is a 381 meters building with 102 floors located on the west side of the 5th Avenue in New York. It opened on May 1st, 1931 and cost almost $25 million. From its open to 1970, the Empire State Building was the tallest building in the world. This building is famous, of course, thanks to its height, but also thanks to the film that used it, like King Kong.